Hey everybody! A few days ago while scrolling YouTube, I saw a short video pop up in my feed. As I was bored out of my mind, I decided to give it a watch as well as peruse the comments for a bit, and I saw a comment that quickly caught my eye, not because of what it said, but because of what others were replying to it. The video in question is a short clip from the episode of SpongeBob titled Selling Out. In the clip, Mr. Krab goes around to the patrons of the Krabby-O Mondays and exclaims to them that their food is made of garbage, to which an orange fish asks,
"What'd he say? Garbage?"
And this is where our first comment comes into play. User Baby Lamb Creations writes, "Ironic how that orange fish is supposed to be a guy, but he has the voice of a woman," which is true. The character Baby Lamb is referring to does usually have a male voice. However, the word ironic caught the attention of someone who didn't see eye to eye with Baby Lamb's sentiment, a user by the name of Liam JM, who just simply and frankly asks, how? The thread starts off civil enough. Listen to him when he says, "What did he say? Garbage? Does that sound feminine to you or what?" And that's ironic how? The orange fish is a guy. So, that's not irony. Remember that reply. I don't care if it was intentional or not. If that's not ironic, I don't know what is. You agree to the incorrect uses of words? From then on, a few minor players enter the fray, but all are thwarted by the almighty Liam JM and his power of having nothing better to do with his time, until a few key players join in against Liam. First, Tina Scott, immediately followed by Leon Jones, with R-Star Fan Forever, and, I'm gonna butcher this, Adare Malkinian coming shortly after. A lot of the comments mainly consist of what I'll dub the four renegades, the four being Tina, Leon, R-Star, and Adare lobbing insults at Liam while he retorts with novels of text attempting to have a debate with him because the best place to have a debate is on the internet in the comment section of a YouTube video. The thread is actually very incoherent and hard to follow. Many comments deleted, account names changed so you can't always tell who is being referred to. For instance, Liam regularly addresses Scart Brimson and Rowley Jefferson to debate what they're saying, but they're nowhere to be found in the thread, making reading it very confusing at times. After a while of harsh insults and debating to nobody, basically, Baby Lamb returns. Man, I leave the comment chain for over 15 hours and already there's a long debate that started over a simple little mistake I made. I admit, maybe the word irony wasn't the best way to describe my thoughts on a certain part of the video, but thank you for saying that I've made an actual argument anyways, and thanks to those who have supported me in this somewhat unnecessary debate too. But if it'll make everyone stop whining or anything, I'll be more than willing to edit my comment, though it probably won't change the fact that there was a debate to begin with. Unfortunately for Baby Lamb, the editing of his comment does nothing to stop the debate of the century, which continues to expand beyond comprehension. R-Star replies to Baby Lamb with, "Baby Lamb Creations, yeah, but like I said before, it's not your fault, and as for the rest of us, we're just trying to talk some sense into that idiot, and now it seems like it worked." Liam shoots back with, "Insulting me? Not answering questions and being vague is talking sense into me? The only people who had any standing in this debate was me and Baby Lamb Creations. Everyone else just kept committing logical fallacies." After a bit more back and forth, it appears that Liam had taken his leave, which is briefly celebrated. "Finally, it's all over," exclaimed Anti-Troll Buddy, which is followed up by, honestly, the two smartest people in the thread. The White Howard enters with, "You gotta have serious brain damage to be like these people, arguing about irony for half a week on a SpongeBob video." To which Alpha Predator remarks with, "He probably is so bored that he has nothing else to do in life but to be using most of his time writing nonsense long essay comments which no one even gives a crap about, and all this started because he saw someone type about the orange fish being voiced by a girl, mainly guy voice, when he simply could have just ignored it, but instead starts to build an overlong debate on a SpongeBob video and still continuing on. Well, that right there is really just pathetic." This would turn out to be a mistake, however, as Liam JM returns with a vengeance and immediately goes after Alpha Predator, challenging him. Ad hominems, not a good way to demonstrate a superiority over one another. It's bored, not bored. If you're going to try to act like you're better than me, then can at least not make basic mistakes like that? Huh, look who's talking. Not really a debate when the only ones who made points were me and Baby Lamb Creations, or would you like to explain the points the others have made and demonstrate your superiority? Scart Brimson, feel free to also do that if you want. It would contribute more than this monotonous circle jerking. Also, I'd like to make note that Liam never outright denies that what he's doing is pathetic. He just kind of calls him out and says, oh, ad hominems, and you're bad. They go back and forth for a bit, but I'm going to skip ahead a little further down the thread here. A while later, Leon Jones actually makes an attempt to have a friendly conversation with Liam, but it goes nowhere. But at one point during it, Liam asks Leon if he is a fan of The Man, which is a song. I don't know, I tried looking it up, I couldn't find it anywhere, and asked Leon to explain why he likes it, but Leon doesn't really feel like it. So naturally, as any sane person would, Liam JM responds to that by typing out the entire history of Huey Lewis and the news across 13 comments, each extremely long, which ultimately proves to be a waste of time as Leon doesn't even address it. Liam JM asks again, so you're not going to express your thoughts on that song? I'd rather not. How can we have a friendly conversation when you won't converse? Maybe you'd prefer to explain how you like Pokemon instead. Leon then proceeds to outright kill Liam JM. Liam JM, I changed my mind about conversing with someone like you. You're just too annoying. Liam replies back with, you're doing it right now. Now this would have been a perfect time for Leon to maybe cut his losses and just go on with his life away from this thread, but he continues to converse with Liam for a while until a new challenger approaches by the username of AllIn, and his input in this thread is genuinely one of the high points. Thank you for starting a YouTube argument. This argument will go in an online collection of, well, YouTube arguments. Thank you and goodbye. P.S. F you, Nazi. Humanity was a mistake. Bulls on parade, itches. Oh look, it's Hermione Granger, and the Prime Minister said he would have to go to court for a case against KFC for using some illegal content in the comment section until I was expecting something more worse than the Game Boy episode, and caps it off with this. Shortly after that, Adair and R-Star jump back in to take another crack at Liam, but his impenetrable wall of debating expertise is tiers above them. I would also like to direct your attention to Liam's reply at the top of the screenshots. 5 months. At that point in time, Liam has been deep in the trenches, fending off all comers, with very few breaking his defenses for 5 months. After a bit more back and forth for a while, Liam JM disappears. Poof. Gone without a trace. No explanation, no send-off, no goodbye. The thread begins to fill with new faces, all who give their 2 cents on the historic event that they witnessed firsthand. The rest of the thread isn't really noteworthy by any means, except for one reply by user C. Singh. Now remember at the beginning of the video when I told you to remember Liam telling Baby Lamb that his use of the word irony is wrong? Well, get a load of this. I know I really shouldn't be adding on to this chain, but I gotta clarify something. Baby Lamb Creations was correct to call the scenario ironic. Irony, by definition, is the practice of something showing itself to be contradictory of what it is or what is expected to be. In this case, a character who has been clearly shown to be male suddenly has a female voice, contrasting what is expected. Speaking of unexpected, I never would have thought a mile-long comment chain would get started off of what was meant to be a simple, funny observation. Imagine that. Imagine starting something that delved into something so big that it will most likely be remembered years after people first saw it, to have user after user confront you, call you names, attempt to make amends, and genuinely try to converse with you, only for them to deem you too annoying for it to even be worth the trouble. But still hold your head high, because you have it in there that you're right in all of this. Everything you started, and everything that got thrown your way, you take, because you have it set in your mind that you are on the right side of history. But you're wrong. Not just any kind of wrong, not morally wrong, not politically wrong, but factually, undisputedly wrong. Ironic.